chilling in Alaska, swimming in Atlanta, vultures out in Emo, Carolina, and wildin' in Chicago, Highland down in Brooklyn, Mile High in Denver, that Tallahassee Project T, they lunching in Vancouver, Desperado shooting, the renegades on the loose, the hyenas looting, gold out in QC, who higher than them sparrows, the furies swooping in divine order for the pharaohs, Indy on the rise, the sharks about to mash, gladiators, knights and Aztecs about to clash. Welcome to my playoff party. Baby girl, it's a playoff party. The SFL is an all-pro party. They came out to get the playoffs started. Now welcome to my playoff party. Baby girl, it's a playoff party. The SFL is an all-pro party. They came out to get the playoffs started. First and 10, I'm so aggressive. The end zone, the game plan, no pressure. They gotta pay me how they measure me. You know these haters on my back like the referee. You know I'm in it to win it. Game day, I'm about my business, I gotta get it. So I'm all about my ends. And these non-stop wins. They can't touch us, can't touch us. We turning up on these suckers. You know the D brought the rockets. Cause we tighter than the huddles. Welcome to the playoff party. Baby girl, it's a playoff party. The SFL is an all-pro party. They came out to get the playoffs started. Now welcome to my playoff party. Baby girl, it's a playoff party. The SFL is an all-pro party. They came out to get the playoffs started. Third down is going down. Round and pound, all we gotta air them out. That's why I gotta hit the route. Hit the flat if I catch it, then I'm out. 40 inches, what it takes. YOLO, just no pump fake. So tighten up and hit the power high. The audible and draw them off side.
What a move by Varner. Varner makes a man miss. Shan Varner is going to score. One of the best plays in Varner's illustrious career.
Let me remind folks here, Shan Varner, a 6'6" tight end with this nimble move.
Hart breaks a tackle. Hart 20 down to the 17-yard line. Best run of the day for Colin Hart. And Sioux Falls has grabbed some momentum off the Nyberg interception. 7:54 to go in the second. Jay Ayola shakes it. Oh my goodness, Ayola gets away. Jay Ayola on the first play for Tallahassee is going to score again. Pass is intercepted by Jeffrey Daggs and returned up to the 11-yard line. And the Aztecs away. Oda makes another tackle. Ash Oda, you've got to be kidding me. Big chase and one touchdown. Oh my God.
The smoke is clear, the lights are bright here in Tallahassee on this Monday night. It's the SFL quarterfinals between Queen City, who are visiting the Tallahassee Pride. I am your play-by-play commentator tonight, Damon Simeon. Alongside me tonight is T-Roy Gaines. T-Roy, what are your takes for tonight's game, sir?
It's a good season. A 55-52 close victory overtime win by the Queen City Corsairs. Now we called that game a preview to this season's championship game? Well, they're meeting tonight to advance to the semifinals. We'll see what happens today. Damon, back to you.
T-Rob, last time these two teams faced off, we're in the preseason game, right?
Yes, sir. 55-52. Queen City barely won that in overtime.
I tell you one thing, I am looking for a hard-fought game tonight between these two running backs. And just looking for great defense tonight.
Yeah, it's going to depend on the O-line of both teams. We'll talk more about that later on. It looks like Tallahassee will get the ball first, and the number one leading rusher of the SFL, Jai Aniola, will get the chance to put his stamp on the playoffs first.
And the kicker for Queen City, Ricky Matthews, has the ball on the tee. Boot it! We're underway, people, here in Tallahassee. And there's the return at the 10-yard line, and he's out to the 28 of Tallahassee. And this is where Christian Christensen is going to lead the troops on their first possession here in the quarterfinals.
Christian Christensen sees square the last time we met him. Here he is getting ready to lead his team to a nice opening drive. We'll see what happens.
First and 10 here for the Tallahassee Pride. Two wide receivers. Looks like they have about 30 tight ends on the play. Single back is Jaye Inyeola. And there's a handoff here to the leading rusher, and he's brought down after picking up 6. Big hit by number 31 for the Corsairs. Nacho Sakaro comes away with that big hit.
And you just mentioned earlier the SFL's leading rusher, Jaye Inyeola. He's also our single-season rushing leader.
3 wide receivers set here now for Tallahassee. Offset eye is Jaye. Looks like the defense is in there. 42 nickel. Dumps it off here to Jaye on a screen pass, and he bulldozes a man over. He tries to run over another, but he's brought down after picking up the first down. Give credit on the tackler to Achilles Frank. Great way for standing strong there, because Jaye is not an easy guy to bring down, T-Roy.
That was a great play by Jai. He made the catch, was able to break that tackle easily to convert that play to a first down.
Twins left for Christensen. Christensen on a one-step drop, dumps it off to Jaye once more, and Jaye is stopped after picking up 4 yards. This is something different here, T-Roy. The last time we covered Tallahassee, we didn't see this much passing coming in the early part of the game.
Yeah, the last time we had Tallahassee, Jai ran for over 200 yards in the first half. Right now, he is the feature point in this drive, but it's mainly passing, as you mentioned.
Far pro formation now for the offense, and they're going to hand it off here to Jaye up the middle of the field, and Jaye is brought down by Avery King, the outside linebacker, coming away with that big hit. Looked like a clothesline from hell, if you ask me.
And Jai is feeling a little tired after that carry. We'll see if Christian Christensen is going to air out to his receivers on this down.
Tallahassee Pride, purple helmet, yellow stripes, purple jersey, yellow stripes, and yellow numbers as well. Black pants. And there's another handoff here to Jaye, and Jaye picks up the first down. He's hit forward as he falls just past the sticks.
And Jai just said, wait a minute, I am not tired yet. Nice carry up the middle for a 6-yard gain, and now Tallahassee's on Queen City's side of the field.
Three wide receivers set here now for Christensen. Both tailbacks go out on the pass, and there's a Gossett comes away with his first catch of the day. He steps out of bounds. And if I'm not mistaken, CC is CC Square. What we called him the last time we was on air is perfect on this drive.
Yep, that's another catch, another completion. King Gossett with a nice catch and was able to tippy-toe down the sideline for some extra yards. Now they're in the red zone.
Single back left now for the Pride. Christensen on a 5-step drop, got some in across the middle of the field, makes a juke move, picks up 9, second and inches. And give credit to that receiver coming away with that reception, Grayson Willis.
And great job by Willis making the catch in between traffic. He joined in week 6 of the season and had a nice season. 3 games of 100 yards receiving this year, including a season high 232 yards and 3 TDs against Carolina.
Another handoff here to Jaye. Jaye falls forward. Did he get into the end zone? No, they're not going to give him the touchdown. They're going to call it 1st and goal at the goal line. Tallahassee is knocking on the door of the Corsairs on this drive. This has been a great drive for the Pride so far.
And the reason why it's been a great drive, that O-line is doing a great job opening up holes and giving the QB protection when he needs to throw the ball.
Far pro, Jaye gets the handoff and he's into the end zone. Give him 6.
And that was too easy. Nice hold by the O-line of the Tallahassee Pride, and Jaye Yola was able to just walk in untouched. That will be his 23rd touchdown of this season alone.
"23 touchdowns. That calls for a lot of celebration."
Sure was. He definitely danced a lot in the end zone for sure this season.
The extra point is up and it's good through the uprights. Tallahassee goes up quick, 7-0 over the Corsairs here in the first quarter of the quarterfinals. Here in the SFL, make sure you follow us at Simulation FL on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and many more. We're all over the social media platforms. And here is Richard Douglas. Boot it, sir! And there's a return by the Corsairs from the 10-yard line. Makes a juke move. Makes another man miss it. He's brought down at the 30-yard line. This is where Queen City is going to take over. Now we get to see Ash Olam comes out and show his power.
And Ash Olam finished the season the number 2 rusher in the SFL with 1,949 yards and 17 touchdowns. And we'll see how Queen City is going to use Ash on this drive.
Queen City comes out in 3 wide receiver set, pro formation as well. Handoff here to Ash Odom, and Ash Odom tries to get skinny. Nothing doing. Let's not forget about the defensive line here for the Tallahassee Pride. They're stacked at that defensive line position. All 4 linemen are key players to this defense.
All 4 of them are stars, and they got a tough task ahead of them today, stopping the SFL's second leading rusher in Ash Odom.
We'll get to the key players here in just a moment. 3 wide receiver offset eye is Odom. A.J. Caswell underneath the center. A 3-step drop. Caswell down the middle of the field. He got the receiver. And that is caught by Chris Curtis. Comes away with his first reception for the day.
And Chris Curtis is coming off a monster season. This is his best season of his career so far. 1,241 yards receiving, 9 touchdowns. And then last in the Wild Card Wednesday game, he has 6 receptions for 48 yards and 1 TD against Carolina. He looks to build off of his playoff performance from last week.
The 4-time SFL champions, 4-0 in the championship. Queen City Corsairs. There's a quarterback sneak there by A.J. Caswell, picking up 5 yards on that play. 2nd and 5 now at midfield.
And believe it or not, everybody in SFL Nation, that is not uncommon. A.J. Caswell can definitely run it. I know he's done it a lot against my team, the Baltimore Vultures, this season. He's definitely a good mobile quarterback.
A.J. underneath the center, trips right. Odom in the backfield by himself, 7-step drop. He gets pressure and he's brought down on a loss of 11. OMG. Big Bane comes up with the sack.
And he deserves the flex on him after that play. Unfortunately, the Queen City O-line was a swinging gate on that play. Bane went untouched for the sack. It's now 3rd and long.
No running back on the play here. 5 wide receivers for the Corsairs. 3rd and 16. And this Tallahassee defense is playing straight man-to-man defense. Caswell is hit before he threw it. That pass is incomplete. It is thrown out of bounds to his intended receiver. OCC is now going to have to punt this ball away to the dangerous Tallahassee Pride.
And not a good start for Queen City. They definitely going to have to worry about the juggernaut that is the Tallahassee Prize offense. We'll see if the special teams can pin Tallahassee deep here.
Let's take a look at the lineups here. Tallahassee's starting offense. Number 11, Grayson Willis is the receiver. Number 13, Christian Christensen, the starting quarterback. Then you have number 28, halfback, Jaye Inyola. Receiver, number 84, Ken Gassett. And that's the starting offense for the Tallahassee Pride. For this defense of the Corsairs, free safety, Zan Dottie. Cornerback, Leroy Jenkins. Free safety, Achilles Frank. Strong safety, Nacho Sicario, sorry about that. And there's a pass here from Christensen, and Christian got his receiver. Picks up 7 on that catch. Continuing with the defense, sorry about that. Oscar Dunkley is the cornerback, number 42. Avery King, outside linebacker, number 44. Jeff Duffy, tight defensive end, number 53. And that are your key players for the Corsairs defense. Twins left here for Christensen. Pro formation. Far. There's a handoff here to Jaye. Jaye got daylighted, and he's being disrespectful by running over a defender as he picks up the first down and more.
And again, nice hold by the O-line and nice blocks by the fullback and receiver. And Jaye just took care of the rest. Trucks over number 25 of Queen City for a nice gain there. Jaye ended this season with 2,300 rushing. That is the all-time record in SFL history.
First and 10 in Tallahassee. Christensen on a 5-step drop, gets pressure, throws a strike down the field, net almost intercepted by King. I don't think I've ever seen an outside linebacker move that fast down the field.
But if it weren't for King making that deflection, that pat down, that would have been a house call for 6 for Ken Gossett. Great job by King with the pat down.
And you're right about that. And then, Queen City would have been in trouble. They would have been down by 2 scores early here in the first quarter. Single back left here now for the Tallahassee Pride. Christensen calling the signals. Here in Tallahassee, he takes a 5-step drop, dumps it off across the middle of the field. And he picks up the first down. 3rd and 4. That's Ken Gossett on the reception. Was it Gossett or was it 82?
It was 82.
The tight end, Jason Stackhouse. Okay.
And that was Stackhouse's second reception of this drive. We'll see if Tallahassee can convert here.
3rd and 4 for the Pride. Christensen gets hit and he throws the ball and that thing drops forward. Tallahassee's going to punt it off now. Give credit to Richie Phillips, the defensive tackle, getting penetration there and getting his hands on Christensen.
Yeah, and that was a well-needed stop that you was talking about. Now we'll see if Queen City can respond and convert this upcoming drive to 6 points.
Key players for the Corsairs offense. A.J. Caswell is your quarterback, number 16. Halfback, number 22, Ash Odom. Receivers, 80 is number 80, Dupree Hudson. And this one's going to be down at the 2-yard line. Great coverage by Tallahassee there. And the second receiver for this Corsairs offense is Chris Curtis, number 84, who we saw a while ago, gets his reception. Starting defense for the Pride, free safety, Tanner Hendricks. Both cornerbacks are Sprouse brothers, Matthew and Michael, 24 and 25. Alex Bond, number 29, is a strong safety. Defensive tackle, Hunter Norwood. Defensive end, Taquan Hall. Defensive end, Kevin Bain. And there's a handoff here to Odom, and Odom barely gets back to the offensive line. And the other defensive tackle is E.J. DQ. Those are the key players that are playing here in tonight's quarterfinals game here in the playoffs. You're watching Simulation Football presented by APM Music. 3 wide receivers set now for the Corsairs. Offset eye is Ash Odom. They want to give it to Odom again. Odom gets blockers out in front of him, puts his hat down. Nothing doing, but he does picks up 4 yards out to the 6-yard line now. 3rd and 6 for the Corsairs, T-Roy.
Yeah, this is not a good start for Queen City's running game. I may wonder if Ashes could be tired because remember, Queen City played Carolina on this past Wednesday. So we'll see if they can convert this 3rd down here.
Here's a handoff here to Odom. Odom right up the middle on 3rd down. You run it, and they picked up the 1st. How gutsy are the play callers for Queen City?
And that was a nice play. Queen City fooled Tallahassee thinking that they were going to pass the ball on 3rd down, and Alex Odom was able to convert that to a 1st down.
So stated earlier before, Queen City has 4 championships under their umbrella. The Tallahassee Pride was the SFL's runner-up last season. Playing man-to-man Tallahassee. There's Ash Odom once again, showing his strength. Picks up 5 yards after bulldozing over a few.
Man, I have to take notes here from these top 2 leading rushers because they are definitely having the stamina needed to play in this hard playoff game right now.
These 2 running backs, you're absolutely right, man. They play some power football. Split backs or the halfbacks, 3 wide receivers now. Here's a handoff here on the delay for Odom, and Odom is just bulldozing that front 7 of the Tallahassee Pride. And you got to give it up for this offensive line. They are pretty much blocking all of those big defensive linemen for Tallahassee. Look at here, everyone. Go ahead.
Yeah, as you mentioned, those D linemen are all-star players, and the Queen City O-line did a great job blocking them and allow Ash to get that 1st down.
Averaging 4.5 yards a carry. 3 wide receivers set here now for the Corsairs. Looks like they're in the gun king formation. Caswell caught us in him. Caswell takes it by himself, picks up 2. There's a flag on the play. It's going to be holding against the offense. They're going to bring them back 10 yards, T-Roy. This is going to hurt.
And I think I gave them the commentator's curse. I just praised the old line for that, for their nice block in the previous play. Unfortunately, they hurt Queen City on that play, 2nd and long.
Offensive holding penalties can really hurt your offense because they put you behind the sticks. And there's something you don't want to do. But guess what? It's 1st down for the Corsairs, and it's not 3rd and long. 1st and 20 here in Tallahassee. A.J. Caswell calling the signals. And A.J. got an out route to the top of the field, and that is to Chris Curtis. Comes away with his 2nd reception. And he picks up 14 on that play.
And Mr. Reliable, Chris Curtis. Nice out route there. You see the nice catch. Be able to get a nice 14-yard gain. We'll see if Tallahassee can make this stop right here. I don't know if you saw, but the lineman for Queen City, number 76, put his hands up after that play. So I was like, no, I didn't hold. I didn't hold this time, ref.
Empty formation now for the Corsairs. 4 wide receivers and 1 tight end on the play. Caswell underneath the center. 5-step drop, steps up in the pocket, and he's brought down. And give credit to Hunter Norwood coming away with his 1st sack of the game.
And Norwood is living up to his first name. He definitely hunted A.J. Caswell on that play. Caswell hesitated a little bit. He looked like he could have ran for a potential 1st down, but that hesitation cost him, and now Queen City is going to be in trouble.
That's the end of the 1st quarter, people. The Pride are up 7-0 over the Corsairs.
It's 3rd and 10. We'll see what Queen City do on this play.
For everyone who's new in the chats, make sure you check out the simulationfl.net website. Join our Discord, become part of our community. And there's another penetration there by the defense. EJ DQ comes away with his sack. This defensive line is starting to get penetration now.
Yep, and nice job by DQ with the block shed and taking the QB to the turf, telling him he'll eat turf and like it.
Bain was in on the tackle, on the sack as well. Maybe they want to give them both half a sack. As a look at one of the Sprouse brothers. There's the punt by Max Barney. And there's a return from the 40-yard line, and he almost makes the guy miss, but he's brought down at the 48. Looks like they're going to give him forward progress.
Now, I know that Sprouse was a little bit upset on that return, but he still had a nice 10 to 12-yard return to give Tallahassee great field position. We'll see if they can convert this to 6 points.
I do apologize. That was Ricky Matthews, the punter. Ricky Matthews also is the kicker for the Corsairs, so he's got double duties.
I think he's the only punter that does that.
5-step drop here by Christensen. He dumps it off to Jaye, and Jaye just put a man into the cemetery. I think Dunkley may needs to go to the sideline for a concussion protocol after that hit from Jaye.
Jaye is looking to be a nightmare, which is appropriate for this time of the month. Great job with breaking that first tackle, but now 2nd and 7. We'll see if Queen City can stop him here.
Trips left for Tallahassee. Single back is Jaye Inyola. Pump fake by Christensen. Got a man to the top of the field, and he got some reception. No, they called it a reception, but they didn't say that he got past the sticks. I think they ought to challenge this.
Yeah, that looked like he got the first down. It was 3rd and short. We'll see if Frank Gooden will be challenging that play.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the line judge saw on that side. And it looks like Gooden is not going to challenge this. Corsairs coming in after a big Wild Card Wednesday win over Carolina. And there's an offside, and Jaye is going to get the handoff. Bulldoze one guy. Get off me, son. You want none of this. First down, Tallahassee.
And this flag will not matter at all. Great job by Tallahassee. And I think because he jumped, that actually gave Jaye the hole he needed on that play. Great run by Jaye. Tallahassee is now on Queen City sides of the field.
That was Nacho, the one that Jaye is knocked backwards.
Jaye's been a rushing machine so far.
32 nickel for this defense of the Corsairs. Trips left for Christensen. Delay play on the handoff here to Jaye. Jaye knocks a guy backwards. Picks up 6 yards on that carry. And he's averaging 6.9, 69 yards on the day.
And that's been his average, just around his average this season. He averaged 7.2 yards a carry this season.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, I got to take notes.
Empty set now for Christensen in the Pride. Calling the signal. 7-step drop for Christensen. Got an out route down to the bottom of the field, and that is Willis coming away with that first down reception.
And Will's been Mr. Dependable so far on this drive. Nice catch there. He finished this season with 670 yards and 5 touchdowns. Remember, he came in this season in week 6, replacing the retired Duke Wilson.
I want to show respect to the Florida Panhandle area, Tallahassee, and and surrounding cities that had to go through the storm of Hurricane Michael this past weekend. And there's a handoff here to not to Jaye, but to the backup halfback, Mr. Urban.
And that was a nice play by Urban, tackling the running back for a 1-yard gain. We'll see what happens on this play.
Split backs with the halfbacks. 2 wide receivers and 2 tight ends on the play. Handoff here to Jaye Inyola, and he picks up 2 yards. Nothing doing. Brought down by none other than Avery King.
Now, you remember the last game we called for the Tallahassee was against Dallas. That was an upset win by Dallas. One thing about Tallahassee, they kept the other team in the game, and Dallas was able to come back. Tallahassee has to put the nail in the coffin starting on this play.
3rd and 7 for Tallahassee. 3-step drop by Christensen, and Christensen gets the receiver there. That's got Gassett, but he does not pick up the first down. 4th and 4, and they're going to have to settle for the field goal here. Give kudos to the Corsairs defense, T-Roy.
Yeah, that D-line was able to bust through and hurry Christensen from making that pass prematurely. Now they have to sell for 3. And a nice field goal by Douglas there.
You are watching SFL Network on Twitch, Simulation Football League, provided by APM Music. And there's a return from the 10-yard line. Spin move, nothing doing. Queen City is going to take over at the 26-yard line. And as I was stating early, T-Roy, that Queen City is coming off a very big Wild Card Wednesday win over the Carolina Skyhawks. I mean, they pretty much controlled that game from every aspect of it. Special teams. Defense pretty much won that game for them because they forced so many turnovers, and then Ash Odom just put on a show.
Yes, he did. We'll talk about that display.
A.J. Caswell's cross the middle of the field. That pass is almost intercepted. That was Hendricks, the free safety, who got his paws on it, but he couldn't bring it in.
And great job by Terry Hendricks to knock that ball away from Kalu, the intended receiver. And as you mentioned earlier, Ash Odom went wild against Carolina. He had 37 carries for 221 yards and 1 TD against Carolina on Wednesday.
A.J. Caswell underneath the center. 3 wide receivers. Ash Odom in the backfield to the right of the QB, right behind the guard. 5-step drop by Caswell. Caswell across the middle of the field, and that pass is deflected away by Michael Sprouse.
And Sprouse is not only the kick return, but he's a great defender. Nice pat down by him. It is now 3rd and long for Queen City. They got to convert and stay in this game. They need to get 6 points on this drive.
Five wide receivers now for the Corsairs. We've seen this formation earlier in the game. 3rd and 10. He got some reception. No, it's broken up. And guess who is by? Tanner Hendricks. That creeping free safety who loves to put his nose in other folks' business.
Yes, that's a nice hit by him. Able to prevent Queen City from making that, converting that 3rd down. Now it's going to be Tallahassee's going to get a chance to add on to their lead.
And here's Ricky Matthews. I'm going to call him Double Duty Matthews here for the punt. And he gets that one off right before it's deflected. Tallahassee did bring pressure in. He's going to be brought down at the 35. 36 they're going to give him.
And Damon, I'm surprised he wasn't offended there because it looks like Tanner Hendricks served up some ribs on that the pass deflection.
It did like he was trying to bring a little dinner, a little real plate to us.
Yeah, I'm hungry too.
I am. I'm ready for it. And there's a handout here to Jaye Enyola, and there's a fumble on the play. And Leslie the Corsairs comes away with the recovery. 1st and 10 for Queen City. They are in great field position now with this fumble recovery. And oh my goodness, Zach Wood, you got barbecue down there and you didn't invite us? How dare you hurt my feelings?
Yes, like we just mentioned earlier, we are hungry. Nice play, bringing the barbecue on that one, knocking the ball free from Jai Eniola. This is what Queen City needed. Now they got to convert this to 6 points and stay in this game.
I take that back. That was Zane Dottie who came away with that big hit. Free safety. There's Caswell once again on the QB sneak. Not sure if the Corsairs want Caswell to take too many of those, especially with their big defensive lineman here by the Tallahassee Pride.
Yeah, the Tallahassee Pride's D-line is great. They got 4-star linemen there. You won't be able to QB sneak it on a consistent basis.
I'm still just struck by that big hit by Dottie. Caswell steps up in the pocket, and that pass is deflected, almost intercepted by Jeff Eaton. I wonder if Jeff Eaton is the son of the NBA basketball player Eaton that used to play for the Utah Jazz. I can't remember his first name.
I don't remember his first name too, but yeah, he could be.
But I tell you a quick story right quick. The Jazz were playing the Chicago Bulls, and Michael Jordan dunked on John Stockton. And so someone yells from the stands, "Hey, Jordan, pick on someone your own size." So Jordan come back down, and he jumps on Eaton, who's 7'1", and he looked over at the fan and said, "Was he big enough?" And there's a sack by the defense of the Tallahassee Pride, and if I'm not mistaken, that is the Taquan Hall who comes up with that big sack.
And Hale did a great job on there, and now Queen City's going to have to punt. They got to wake up here, otherwise they're going to be behind the 8 ball going in the second half.
Great penetration by Hale. There's the kick here by Matthews. Double duty. And this is going to get a great bounce here for the Corsairs. Looked like it touched the guy at the 6-yard line. Look, it touched his foot.
And you're right, and it was down at the 6. But still, a great special teams play there. We'll see if Queen City can stop Tallahassee here, get the ball back. And there's SFL's leading rusher.
Look at Jaye Enyeola. Mr. Disrespectful is what we like to call him.
Yes, sir.
There's a handoff hit to Jaye, and oh my goodness, what a hit. He delivered one to number 20. James Hamry, but he took a lick as well.
Yeah, he may be disrespectful, but Queen City said you're going to put some respect on our name on that carry. Good job by Queen City holding them for a 0-yard gain.
3 wide receivers set here now for the Tallahassee Pride. Another handoff here to Jaye, sweeping right. There's a stiff arm by Jaye, and he's met and brought down by Nacho and a gang load of Corsairs.
And I have to take a quote from the commissioner. I want some cheese on that nacho, please. Great job by Nacho with the open field tackle, because it looked like Jaye was going to get the first down on that carry.
3rd and 3 for the Pride. It has been all defense in this game. And there's a handoff hit to Jaye, stiff arm. Eddie does not pick up the first down. 4th and inches. Will Tallahassee go for it? 4 minutes and 13 seconds left in the half here. What do you think they should do, T-Roy?
Well, since they are deep in their own territory, they should punt. That's what it looks like they're about to do. Great job by Avery King stopping the Tallahassee Prize drive there.
I agree with you that they should punt it, but if you got a quarterback the size of Christian Christensen, 6'6", 235, why not just let him lean forward? There's a fair catch by Melvin Kalu.
And finally, we see a fair catch. I'm a little bit worried about our punt returns not waving fair catch and taking the butt whooping, but great job by Kalu. And now Queen City has to respond here. They was able to flip the field. Now we'll see if they can get 6 points here on this drive.
1st and 10 for the Corsairs. 3 wide receivers set here for Caswell. 2-step drop by the QB. Throws across the middle of the field. That pass is deflected and intercepted. And that looked like Alex Bond, who comes away with that pick. Pass spy is what they like to call him in Tallahassee.
Yeah, that's a nice tip drill. Caswell threw it behind his receiver, allowing the Tallahassee Pride defender to tip it to Alex Bond. And now Tallahassee, it looks like they can potentially get 3 points on the board, maybe 6.
3 wide receivers set here now for the Pride. Offset eye is Enyeola. Gossett to the top of the field. Looks like Willis at the bottom. There's a one-handed catch here by the halfback, Enyeola, and he picks up 6 on that reception. Brought down by Leroy Jenkins.
I don't know, Devon. It's something about running backs and one-handed catches that looks so cool. Great job by Jae with a nice one-handed catch. And then it's going to be the 2nd and manageable now, 2nd and 4.
I guess what makes it look cool, T-Roy, is that it's a halfback that's able to make that catch one-handed. Normally, we're normally seeing receivers make great catches like that. And there's a handoff here to Jaye, and oh my goodness, what a hit did he put on James Button. James may need to go to the sideline and get his sternum checked.
And Jai say, Button, it's time for you to button up your mouth. I'm coming to play here. Nice carry by him. If he didn't get held up right there, he could potentially have more yards, but still a nice first down carry by Jai A.
Nacho Sicario comes away with the tackle on Jaye. Twins left here for the Pride. There's a handoff here to Jaye, and Jaye stopped in the backfield. Not often do we see that. Richie Phillips comes away with that tackle for loss.
Now, I believe that's the second time we called Phillips' name. It looks like Jaye had a chance to bust it for a long run, but Phillips showed that he still had the closing speed to stop him for a 2-yard loss.
Maybe Jaye's getting a little fatigued. 2 minutes and 18 seconds left here in the half. Closing in on the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 12 here in Tallahassee. There's a handoff here to the halfback, Jaye Eniola, and he got a stiff arm on one guy. He almost breaks away, but he does pick up the first down.
Now, this is when the commentator's curse works in the favor of the team. This is the second time we questioned the stamina of Jaye Eniola. And what does he do? He says, hold my beer, and converts the first down right here.
I like beer. I like beer, T-Roy. What about you?
It's a hit or miss for me. I like lime margaritas a lot, though.
Lime margaritas are good. They're a little flavorful. Yeah, they have a nice little flavor to it.
I think I like the raspberry one. It's been a while since I had one. I won't get into the reason why, though.
3 wide receivers set here for the Pride here in Tallahassee at the 25-yard line of the coaster. They're going to hand it off here to their starting running back. He picks up 9 yards on that carry, and he's already passed 100 yards for the day before we even get to the half. Christian Christensen has a 95.4 passer rating. 8 for 10 on 69 yards passing. 80% completions. 8.6 yard average on the pass. There's another handoff here to Jaye. And Jaye stopped in the backfield, losing 2 yards on that play. T-Roy, you still there? I think we may have lost T-Roy. 3rd and 3 for the Pride. Christensen underneath the center. 3 wide receivers set. Got some man down the middle of the field. And there's a fumble after he catches it. The Corsairs comes away with their 2nd forced fumble of the night. And let's see if this really was a catch and fumble by the receiver. Remember, you have to catch it and make a football move before it can be ruled a fumble. There's a wobble pass there. And he caught it, but it came out right away.
It's inside 2 minutes. Like the booth has to challenge it.
And the booth is just going to do that, T-Roy. R62 underneath the screen.
And sorry for the technical difficulties there.
And he dropped it. He caught it. It looked like it hit his hands, but he did make a move. I can't see if he took a step or not.
See what happens.
Receiver did have possession. It is therefore ruled a fumble. 4th down.
Not sure why Frank Gooden is clapping on the sideline. Well, they called it an incomplete. Now that's why. Wait a minute. The referee said one thing, and then
something else happened.
R62. Not sure if you heard him, everyone. R62 said, therefore, the receiver did catch the ball, and it was a fumble, but he overturned it, and I don't know. That's one the league is going to have to take up with R62. He's been screwing up too much. There's the kick for a 3, and it's no good. He hit the upright, T-Roy.
Wow. You thought that was going to be a gimme kick, but Douglas shanked it to the right. Remember, we are in Tallahassee, so missed field goals in Tallahassee go hand to hand, unfortunately.
Oh, they're known as the wide right crew.
Yeah, sorry, FSU fans.
Here in Tallahassee, 58 seconds left on the clock. 3 wide receivers set for the Queen City Corsairs. They're going to hand it off to Ash Odom, and Odom, there's nothing doing after picking up 1 yard on the play. Time is still ticking on the ticker, 50 seconds. 4 tackles for Alex Bond. The pass spy is what they call him here in Tallahassee. Not sure why the Queen City Corsairs ran the ball on first down.
They could be conceding to the half here.
Maybe so. I'll be trying to get 6 on the board. Yeah, it's made another handoff here to Ash Odom. And Odom picks up maybe 2 yards on that carry.
Well, if they are going to concede to the second half, they better not leave time for Tallahassee here. Tallahassee still has their timeouts. That should be the last play if Queen City's smart.
I think Queen City's going to go underneath the center and take another snap. But it really wouldn't make any sense if they do so.
Right.
There's a snap at the 2 second mark going downfield. That pass is completed. But that's the end of the half.
Why didn't they do that on the first play? That was a nice catch, but that's too little too late.
That's the same thing I was saying to you. At halftime, everyone. 10-0, the Tallahassee Pride up over the Corsairs.
And Damon and SFL Nation, what I think is the issue is maybe Queen City is tired. Remember, they had a great dominating win over Carolina on Wednesday. It's now Monday. It's about 4-5 days between games, and maybe Queen City is tired. We'll see if they can muster up enough strength to come back and win this game.
You might have something there. Queen City just might be a little tired.
Yeah, especially Ash Odom. Remember, he had 37 carries coming into this game already for 200 yards. So maybe his tread on the tires is about worn out for the season. Hopefully that's not the case, but right now it's not looking so hot. There's the usually reliable Douglas making the kick down the middle there on this replay. Too bad he missed the other one. And I don't know if you guys remember, but remember Tallahassee had a close game against Dallas. It looked like they going to dominate, and then they let up in the second half, and Dallas was able to come back and get the upset victory, giving Tallahassee one of their 2 losses. Hopefully Tallahassee has learned from that game and be able to show up here in the second half. Queen City gets the ball first.
Hey, T-Roy, you played pickup basketball games before, right?
Yes, sir.
So you know when there's a dispute call, as far as someone traveled, double dribbled, or a foul, they'll say, okay, shoot for it, right?
Right.
So one person will go to the top of the key, and they'll shoot for it. And they just say if the guy misses it, they'll say, okay, ball don't lie, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So let's talk about that controversial fumble there. Tallahassee goes for the field goal. They missed it. It hit the upright. And when that happened, that was the thing that came to my mind, is that the ball does not lie.
Does not lie. Yeah. Great point. I like that. Great one.
Tallahassee is going to kick it out to the Corsairs here to start off the third quarter. And there's a return guy from the 6-yard line, and he's out to the 28. This is where Queen City is going to take over on their first possession of this second half.
Let's see if Queen City can use that catch by Dupree Hudson at the end of the first half as a momentum builder for this drive.
Look there to A.J. Caswell. What a career this guy has had. Trips right for the Corsairs. Ash showed him in the backfield by himself. 5-step drop by Caswell. Caswell got some strike. It's Chris Curtis down the sideline out to the 46 of Tallahassee.
And Caswell threw it to where only his receiver, Curtis, the other CC on this field, can make a play. Nice play there. Curtis, of course, beat 2 defenders there. Nice job by Chris Curtis. It's first down for Queen City.
So would that mean we have one C square and then we have one C square?
I think, hey, we might have to call him C square or C4. I don't know. C4, how about that?
Dump off to Ash Odom, and Odom picks up 5 yards on that reception.
And you was talking about A.J. Caswell having a great career. Coming into today's game, he has over 11,572 yards passing. You heard that right, folks. 11,572 572 yards passing.
I don't think I've even driven that far before in my life.
Same here.
QB draw once again for Caswell.
And Demond, I'm thinking that maybe those QB draws is supposed to help Ash Odom in the long run, because you don't see a different running back coming in for Odom, but maybe Caswell is that backup running back.
Maybe so. That's a good question. You might be right. You might be onto something. 5-step drop now by the QB. Caswell steps up in the pocket, throws a dart across the middle of the field, and that pass is incomplete. And it's 4th and 4. Pass intended for Hudson, and the Corsairs are going to have to kick this ball away. They just can't get anything going on the offensive side. On the offensive side of the ball tonight.
This take me back to the other league, the No Fun League's 2000 playoffs. Remember the Miami Dolphins? They was able to beat Indianapolis in that game, a very close game, but lost to Oakland the following week. Maybe this is a repeat in the SFL with Queen City being stale so far on offense.
And that ball is going to be down right at the goal line. I'm going to say it's coming out to the 20.
Wow, that was a mistake by the Queen City special teams guy. He dove to get the ball, and he carried him to the goal line.
Maybe he thought I was going to say, Mom, I saw a man fly, but not on that play, son. You got to be a receiver.
And you got to not give Tallahassee good they should be able to pin him deep on that once.
1st and 10 for Tallahassee. There's a handoff here to Jaya, and Jaya just puts another person in the cemetery. My goodness. He leads with that shoulder, T-Roy, and it's just a quick blow. It's like a boxer, man. A quick snap with a jab or something.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard correctly, but every time Jaya does that, you hear the word surprise. He's surprising a lot of
And there's Jaya once again, breaks through one tackle. Oh my goodness, it takes almost 4 people to get this guy down.
You mean you just heard it right?
And he gets up, does a Hulk Hogan, I can't hear you.
Yeah. Nice job by Jai A. He is not tired, that's for sure. Great run on this play. Ford, I think that's Oscar Dunkley. Ford, number 42, gets the the shoulder charge from Jai A.
It was Dunkley that tried to bring him down. 1st and 10 now for Tallahassee. Christensen underneath the center, calling signals. Jaya in the backfield all by himself. 2 wide receivers and 2 tight ends on the play. 5-step drop by CC Square and dumps off across the middle of the field. That pass is incomplete as it was intended to his tight end. Stackhouse. Looks like he flat out dropped it.
He was reliable in the first half, making 2 catches in traffic, but he started off this half cold. You got to hold on to that ball.
Single back right now for the Tallahassee Pride. Here in Tallahassee, 8 minutes and 14 seconds left in the game. 2nd and 10. 5-step drop by Christensen, and that pass is deflected and almost intercepted by Avery King.
But great job by the Queen City secondary, able to pat that ball down and gave Avery King a chance to pick it off, but still 3rd and 10. We'll see if Tallahassee's going to run it and let Jai A convert this first down like he has in the first half.
Here in Tallahassee, you're watching the SFL Network on Twitch, Simulation Football League. I am your commentator, Demond Simeon. Alongside me, T-Roy Gaines. And we have Jeff on stats with us tonight, working the stat sheets. Here's a 2-step drop by Christensen. He got some big arm, and he got some receiver. It's Willis, and Willis is running down the sideline. He picks up a 1st down and more. T-Roy, oh my goodness, he threw that thing from the parking lot.
And Willis just climbed that ladder to make that catch. If he didn't jump up to make that catch, it would definitely have been a pat down. Great job by CC throwing it up top. And great job by Willis making a great play.
As they like to say in the chat rooms, you got mossed here in the SFL. And that is exactly what Willis did to the defender. Here's a look at Willis. 3 wide receivers set once more. Handoff here to Jaye, right up the middle of the field. It looks like the middle is like wide open. He picks up 5 on that carry. Actually, it's Urban, the backup running back, comes away with that carry.
And great job by Urban subbing in for Jai, getting 5 yards, helping Tallahassee stay on the positive side of this down distance.
2nd and 5 now for Tallahassee. They're at the 14-yard line of Queen City. Christensen underneath the center, handed off here to Jaye, and Jaye nothing doing. Stopped and brought down by a host of Corsairs right at the line of scrimmage.
I hate to say this, but I think Jaye just took the wrong lane there. It looked like he had something to his left because there was at least 3 Tallahassee old linemen and 1 fullback blocking for him on the left side. He just took the wrong side on that.
Zane Doty comes away with that tackle as he gets up celebrating. 4 wide receivers, empty back formation. 5-step drop by Christensen, going through his progressions. Got the target and he's dropped it. Turner, how dare you do such a thing?
That was guarantee 6. If he would have caught that pass, Wes Turner
hit you right in the hands.
Exactly.
Right in the hands.
That's the rule. If it touches your hands, you must complete that catch. Especially if you want a contract later on. Oh, he tried to one-hand that thing. It was from a little behind him, though. But still, should have caught that.
Should have caught it.
Can Douglas redeem himself from that missed field goal at the end of the first half?
Well, remember, ball don't lie.
I like what you said. That's a nice analogy there.
And that 30-yard field goal is good, right down the middle. This time, Douglas gets it right.
But this is still a victory for the Queen City Corsairs. The defense was able to hold Tallahassee to 3 when it looks like they're about to score 6. Their offense now needs to wake up and get back in this game.
You're right, T-Roy. There's still over 17 and a half minutes left in this ball game.
Yeah, it's not over yet.
There's a return guy. Kalu on that return. Out to the 27 of Queen City.
Yeah, that was a nice return by Kalu. We'll see if that return helps spark the offense for Queen City.
Don't forget to check out this the game that's coming up right after this one. You have the Alaska Storm hosting the Sioux Falls Sparrows. Alaska is the only undefeated team here in the SFL. They had a bye week from the first round. They take on Sioux Falls in the quarterfinals, and that's penetration once more by this Tallahassee Pride front 4. And they are really putting a beating on Caswell now.
EJ DeQ.
Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, EJ DeQ just said, you ain't going to stop me on this play. Quarterback, it's time to eat some turf. Yeah, nice jump shot, though. He was talking about basketball earlier.
Maybe he would have made that shot on the difficulty, controversial call on the basketball court.
Yeah.
Empty back formation for the Corsairs. 2nd and 18 now. Caswell under pressure again, and he's brought down. Norwood got there first, but he's brought down by excuse me. He's brought down by Hale.
It's 3rd and forever. Can Queen City convert here?
Oh my goodness, I would run the ball and just punt it away. 3rd and 25. Throws one right across the middle of the field. Picks up quite a bit of yards. Gets some of it back. 4th and 8 now.
And we'll see if that completion actually comes in Queen City's favor, because now the punter should be able to pin Tallahassee deep in their territory, thanks to that catch.
Remember, the ball is at the 40. He's 10 yards behind the 30. I'm sorry, at the 30. And he's darn near 15 yards back.
Yeah, imagine if they didn't complete that. He'll be in Tallahassee's end zone.
Tallahassee should get good field position on this one. Yeah, that's good field position there. Dude is laid out like a pancake, man.
Again, I like my punt returns to way fair catch so they can save themselves from getting a butt whooping there.
I must say that I agree with you because, as we saw a couple of weeks ago, the Houston returner fumbled the punt return, and then Tallahassee ran it back, ran it in for a touchdown during that game. Offset eye, 2 wide receivers here on the play. Handoff here to Jaye Inyola, and oh my, he's doing work now. Oscar Dunkley got a handful of it.
Yeah, mama, there goes that man, Jaye. Nice.
Go ahead. Sorry about that.
Well, I would say that's a nice break tackle there for an 8-yard gain.
I think I'm going to start calling Jaye the Undertaker because when he puts that shoulder down, man, it's like dudes go underneath the ground.
We got to hear those bells, too, every time he breaks a tackle.
And there's a handoff here to Jaye Inyola, and he picks up the first down. 1st and 10 now for Tallahassee. 4 minutes and 13 seconds on the ticker here in the third quarter. Tallahassee now in their, not right at midfield, but at their 49-yard line.
And I believe the difference of today's game has been the O-line of Tallahassee. They're doing a great job giving the quarterback time to throw and Jaye room to run.
So handoff here to Jaye, and Jaye stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They're going to give him a yard. Avery King on the tackle.
And Avery King told Jaye, you're going to bow down to the king here. Great tackle by him just for a 1-yard gain. 2nd and long coming up.
You remember that song by the West Side Connection? Bow down when I come to your town. Bow down when the West Side. Okay. All right. I ain't a hater like you. Bow down to a brother less greater than you. And Jaye Inyola on that rig carry there loses a yard. Well, actually loses 3 because it was 2nd and 8. 2nd and 11 now. Jenkins, along with a gang other Corsairs on the tackle. There's a look at Achilles Frank. A free safety. Christensen underneath the center takes a 5-step drop. This time he's going deep. And he got Kenny Gossett. Gossett Hollywood. Here he comes. Touchdown. Tallahassee Pride. T-Roy, did we lose you again? I was just about to say that Christensen has not taken a strike downfield, and he comes up with that one. Ken Gossett gets that reception and runs it into the end zone for the first touchdown reception of the day for either team.
And that was
Douglas,
a nice play by Gossett.
Yes, it was. There's Douglas with the extra point, and it's good. Tallahassee jumps up big now, 20-0 over the course, up on the Corsairs. And the Corsairs got to be thinking to themselves, we have to get something going on offense.
Yeah, the game, you still got enough time. You got about 14-plus minutes left in this game. Anything can happen here in the SFL.
Douglas with the ball on the tee, and he's going to boot it back over to the Corsairs, and Kalu is going to return it from the 5-yard line. And he stopped and brought down at the 28.
Now, Damon, you remember yesterday's game that the game between Mexico City and Baltimore for me, that I think the Moth left him and followed me here to Tallahassee, because that's the reason why I'm having problems with my mic today. The Moth want to come with me.
Trips right for the Corsairs. Empty back formation. Caswell gets pressure once more, and he's brought down by Hunter Norwood.
And I hate to say this, I think Queen City's O-line is just too tired. They're not doing a good job holding the star lineman of the Tallahassee Pride away from their quarterback there.
Yeah, the Pride is bringing a lot of pressure, doing a lot of stunts, crisscross and everything on that defensive line, and Queen City is just not picking it up. Offset eye is the halfback, 3 wide receivers, throws a strike across the middle of the field. That's just too much traffic. It seems as if these receivers are not getting a good break off the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they could be just a 4-game break between Wednesday and now tonight, Monday. We'll see if Tallahassee can shut them down here and add on to their lead.
If you want to make sure you come back for the next game, Alaska versus Sioux Falls. In the quarterfinals matchup here in the SFL, there's Caswell once more, dumps it off to Ash Odom. He sends pressure, and I don't blame him for getting that thing out very quickly as he did, because pressure was coming, man, and he tried to duck. Poor Caswell.
And here's the difference between 2 games. In the game against Carolina, A.J. Caswell had no sacks. Today, unfortunately, he's been sacked a lot and been pressured. He has no time to be thrown in the pocket, no time to throw the ball in the pocket. It's my birthday, 4th and 18.
Your birthday is 4/18, mine's 4/21.
Oh, I like that. Aries,
Hey,
Aries guy up in here.
No, I'm a Taurus. I'm first day of Taurus.
Oh, that's right. But still, same week.
Yeah, but still.
Let's see what Tallahassee can do on this drive. Beast as Jaya Yola help wind down this clock.
As you were stating about the sacks on Caswell, he's been sacked 7 times. And there's Jaya Yola, and he's off to the races. He is getting away from the count speed. Someone call the counts on this guy because he's stealing this game away from the Corsairs.
And this game is well out of hand. Tallahassee showing that they have pride. They're living up to their namesake this week. They came into the playoffs on a 2-game losing streak, but looks like they will be moving on, especially with plays like this from Jaya.
And they put it in the hands of their star running back, and he has shown why he is going to win the MVP nominee this season.
Yeah, he should be the offensive player of the year for sure.
And if I'm not mistaken, I mean, if he does win MVP, that's 2 years back-to-back that Tallahassee has had a star player win the MVP award. Last year, it was Christian Christensen.
Let you know that Tallahassee got something going on the offense here in the SFL.
There's the extra point, and that thing is good. Straight down the middle. And Tallahassee jumps up big, 26-0 over the Corsairs here.
In Damon, this is a sad week for those in the Eastern Conference. Queen City is the last team from the Eastern Conference to survive in the playoffs. If they don't win here, everybody from the Eastern Conference will be over or be out.
It's all south and west from here on out. Now, let's not get beside ourselves because we still have over 12 minutes left in this game, and Queen City can go on a run here in the 4th quarter because I've seen teams put up 28, 38 plus points in the 4th quarter alone here in the SFL. It has been done before. Now, coming back from 27, I don't know about that. That have not been done. But hey, there's nothing saying that it can't be done. Or that it won't be done.
There's still a chance, but one thing that can help Queen City is their O-line, giving their quarterback time to throw the ball.
You're right about that, but one other thing is that Queen City is not throwing any quick strikes against this Tallahassee defense, and they really haven't taken any, strikes downfield. I don't think I've seen, maybe 2 to Curtis that we've only seen.
Maybe we need to go back to him.
There's a handoff here to Odom, and Odom picks up 9 yards on that carry. 3rd and 1. 53 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter.
And that's a start. Nice job by the O-line, giving Ash Odom the room he needed to get 8 yards on that carry. Now Queen City has to convert this 3rd and short. I believe the last, the biggest comeback in SFL history was made by Alaska against Las Vegas this season. I think it was 24 points they were down by.
Right, exactly. 5-step drop by Caswell. Caswell throws a strike, crosses him into the field, and he got to receiver. Looks like Hudson. I want to say that's Hudson's second reception of the day. A.J. Caswell, 7 for 17, 92 yards. Passer rating, check this out, T-Roy, 37.2.
That's a big ouch in comparison to last week's game.
44% passing completion.
Yeah, AJ only missed 5 passes last week against Carolina.
Throws a strike downfield, and he got Curtis. Curtis comes away with that big reception there. Now Queen City's starting to get things moving.
And that should be the guy that helps Queen City get back in this game. Throw it to Chris Curtis. We call him C4 now.
Yes, sir. I agree with it. C4.
And he's been very explosive so far in this game.
Oh, we can go CC4. Ha-ha! And that is the third quarter, people. 27-0. Tallahassee up on Queen City. We're jumping to the fourth. Everybody throw your fours up. Ash Odom tonight has 9 rushes for 39 yards. Just tell you how much this defense of Tallahassee has put in work of scheming for this game, coming off those 2 losses in a row towards the end of the season, as you stated. And Caswell gets pressured again, and he's brought down. Looks like Hale once again comes away with that sack.
And poor Caswell, he was trying to avoid the pressure from one side, his right side, and he ran into the arms of the one who didn't love him, named Taekwon Hill. Boom.
I think that's Hale's 3rd sack for the night. We have called his name very often today. 3 wide receivers set for the Corsairs. Offset eye is Ash Odom in the backfield. Caswell underneath center, calling signals. 7-step drop, throws a strike, cross him into the field, and he got Curtis once again. He's been his #1 target, who has been sure-handed in this game.
And as I said before the end of the third quarter, C4 right there would be the reason why Queen City will be coming back in this game. Nice catch in between traffic, good concentration there, first down, and they should be in the red zone. Almost there.
They're 2 yards out, and that is Curtis' 5th reception for the day. Caswell gets pressured once more. Was that Hunter Norwood? No, it's not Norwood on the sack. Looks like, is that Bain?
I believe so.
That is Kevin Bain on the sack. And I think Bain came in untouched.
Yes,
Someone
he did.
missed the assignment, yeah. Empty formation now for the Corsairs. And this defense for Tallahassee is playing straight man-to-man. And Curtis got his man deep, and he picks up the first down and more. What a throw by Caswell to Curtis along the sideline. And the Queen City Corsairs are at the 5-yard line of Tallahassee.
Keep beating number 84 the ball. He can make all the catches. Great job by him getting free, which was a problem the Queen City Corsairs receiver was having in the third quarter up until that pass to Chris Curtis to end the third quarter. Now he's the featured player in this drive. But it should be Ash Odom time right now.
Underneath the center is Caswell. Handoff here to Ash Odom. Oh, he gets into the end zone with a guy carrying him. Or should I say with him carrying a guy.
And
like a bunch of cans on We Just Got Married Day.
And that was a great carry by Ash Odom. O-line was able to give him enough room needed to carry that ball into the end zone. That's the spark Queen City needed. We'll see if their defense now can stop Tallahassee on the next drive.
9 minutes left in the ball game. Ricky Matthews set for the field goal. Extra point, that is. And the extra point is up, and it's good. Straight through the uprights. As you stated, T-Roy, this should give Queen City some type of momentum.
And the defense is going to have to step it up. We'll see if they can make it happen on this upcoming drive. They only got 9 minutes left. It's going to have to be hurry up offense from this point on. Once Queen City gets the ball back, of course.
And Matthews going to kick it back off to the Pride. And he's going to run it out to the 28-yard line of the Tallahassee. That is Sprouse. Michael, that is. CC Square Christensen has the troops on a roll here in Tallahassee. Let's look at the starting QB. Last year's MVP. 3 wide receiver set. See if they go back to the air. And they're going to hand it off here to Jaye Inyo out of the shotgun. And this Corsair defense looks like they're ready to play some ball now.
Ooh, almost 200 yards though.
Avery King comes up with the sack. I mean, with the tackle on the 1-yard gain by Jaye Inyola. And it looks to me that the Corsairs pretty much just swarm to the ball, just as any defensive coordinator would want their defensive players to do. 32 dime now for this defense in Jaye right up the middle. He picks up the first down.
I believe Jai's been getting success on the left side of the line a lot in this game. That's a nice carry towards the left for looks like a 12-yard gain in a first down.
So getting news from the broadcast headquarters that Mike Daggs, which is the director of broadcasting, his birthday is 4/23.
Oh,
So, yeah.
I love the April birthdays. Yes.
And there's a handoff hit to Jaye Inyola right up the middle. Picks up 6 yards on that carry. And my birthday is the same day as my favorite quarterback of all time for the Dallas Cowboys, Tony Romo. We're born on the exact same day in year.
Wow. Okay.
April
See,
21st, 1980.
See, I share a birthday with a video game character, unfortunately. So.
2nd and 4 now for the Tallahassee Pride, and there's a handoff here to Jaye Inyola, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage before picking up 1-yard line. Picking up 1 on the carry. 3rd and 3 now for the Pride. 7 minutes and 25 seconds left in the ball game.
And speaking of my birthday, if Queen City doesn't want this to be their final fight, they're going to have to stop them here so they can get the ball back.
5-step drop by Christensen, and Christensen got his receiver across the middle of the field, and it's Willis. And Christensen is 12 of 18 for 182 yards.
And here's the problem now. That clock is Queen City's enemy right now. They have to somehow get a turnover right now so they can get their offense back on the field.
It's hard to get a turnover because the Pride is not really throwing the ball. They're handing it off, and it's extremely hard to get it out of Inyola's hands. Well, I beg to differ.
You had one fumble earlier.
Because if you can remember the Houston game, Jaye injured his elbow, and he came back into that game, and he fumbled the ball. Houston recovered, and then he fumbled the ball again earlier tonight. Maybe that elbow is still bothering him. There's a handoff here to Jaye, and Jaye is stopped at the line of scrimmage. They may give him 1 yard for forward progress. I am getting word that he did pick up 1. So what you think about that, T-Roy? That he may be still feeling something in that elbow.
In this game, as you mentioned, but he seems to recover from that. But right now, Queen City needs to stop him here. Save some time.
Trips left for Christensen. Christensen got an out route, and that pass is deflected and almost caught by Willis. Pass is deflected by Jack Thomas, the backup strong safety for the Corsairs. But Ken Gossett almost comes away with this catch on this deflection. I mean, not Ken Gossett, Willis.
Enough to get that from the pat down from Thomas, but that is what what Queen City needs. The stop right there. Now they have to convert this upcoming drive to 6 to stay in this game.
And there's a bounce inside the 10, and they're going to down it right at the 5-yard line.
Great job by Sprouse pinning them deep. He went uncontested and was able to pin them in there inside their 5. We'll see what Queen City do on this play here. Will it be Ash Odom?
3 wide receivers set here for the Corsairs. 5 minutes and 33 seconds left in this ball game. Handoff here to Ash Odom, and Odom picks up 4 yards on the carry. You need quick strikes downfield. Running the ball is not going to get it done for the Corsairs.
The only thing that carry did was give Caswell some room to throw the ball. We'll see what happens on this play.
Tallahassee has been playing a lot of man defense in the dying formation. And there's Odom there picking up 5 yards. 3rd and 1.
But as we stated before, time's are ticking. Deep strikes should be in their game plan right now.
And it is not in their repertoire right about now. I'll tell you that much. Trips right here for the Corsairs. 4 wide receivers on the play. Ash Odom offset to the right. There's a 2-step drop by Caswell. Throws an out route to Curtis up to the top of the field, and they're going to go no huddle now. Something they should have done a long time ago. 2-step drop once again, same play, and he throws a lame duck, and that is almost intercepted by Michael Sprouse.
I guess Sprouse thought that the game's basically out of hand, but he could have been on a highlight reel making an easy pick 6. See if that comes back to haunt Tallahassee on this drive.
Four wide receivers set here for the Corsairs. Ash Odom in the backfield all by himself. 2nd and 10. Caswell takes a 5-step drop, dumps it off to Odom, and Odom gets the reception and picks up 2 yards on the catch. There's a look at the numbers by both quarterbacks.
Unfortunately, the 169 is not a good sign for Queen City, but the 189 is a great sign for Tallahassee solely because of what Jai Iniola has done in today's game.
5 wide receivers set. Empty formation. Caswell in the shotgun all by himself. Throws deep to Curtis. Curtis dives for it, but is incomplete. Overthrown. Do you go for it here or do you punt it away?
Well, because of the time that's left on the clock, if Tallahassee gets the ball, I'm sure they're going to milk another 2 to 3 minutes if Jai doesn't bust a long run for a touchdown. So, yeah, it's very shaky. I would go for it.
4th and 8. Here in Tallahassee, the Corsairs are down by 20. 4 minutes and 11 seconds left on the clock. 5 wide receivers set. Caswell calling the signal. Man-to-man coverage is Tallahassee. And Caswell steps up in the pocket. He's brought down. This Tallahassee defense has just been all over Caswell all night long, giving him all kinds of headache. DeQ with the sack.
Nice play by E.J. DeQ there. And I have to say it, just the 4 days off is not enough time for Queen City to recover. I believe that they're still tired after playing a really very dominating game against Carolina on Wednesday. But they're not ready to play tonight, unfortunately.
I hope the Corsairs didn't take Tallahassee easy. And there's Jaya Inyola with another run, and oh my goodness. Someone call his mama and tell him to stop it.
He saw that little sidestep while he was in traffic just to avoid another tackle. That gave him a chance to get 6 more yards. He looked like he should have been stopped right here, but he was able to make that juke to his left, gain another first down. Jai is just a monster today.
It's like he's a bully.
Man, I want to be like Jai when I grow up.
I think I'll stay on the outside. First and goal for the Pride. 3:26 left on the clock. Handoff hit to Jaye up the middle, and he's brought down at the line of scrimmage. Great tackle by Nacho.
Yeah, but what this drive is doing is milking off some time off the clock. And it looks like, barring a miracle, Tallahassee's going to be moving on.
Second and goal from the Americans, 3-yard line.
Second and goal. And Christensen hands off here to Jaye, and he's nothing doing. Maybe picks up a yard and a half. They're going to say that he's down to the 1-yard line now. Third and goal for the Pride. And the thing that has me bummed is Corsair is not calling any timeouts.
Yeah, I think they may have conceded this game to Tallahassee. They did a great job on Wild Card Wednesday, able to pick up that win against Carolina, but maybe that win just wore them out, unfortunately.
Handoff it to Jaye up the middle of the field, and he gets the touchdown. This guy is a scoring machine, T-Roy.
Remember I said he was coming into today's game with 23 touchdowns. I believe he has 3 more today, with that one being his third. A nice carry up the gut and pretty much submit the ball game for the Pride. I believe that the fans of the Pride was a little bit worried how Tallahassee entered the playoffs on a 2-game losing streak, but they just rest assured their fans that they are more than ready to get back into the SFL championship game.
It was stated around the SFL that Tallahassee took off the last 2 weeks. Not sure how true that is, but that's what the fans of the SFL seem to believe, that, you know, there was no need for them to try to win out the last 2 games. They've already locked up, you know, a bye week for the playoffs. But I beg to differ and think that Tallahassee took off the last 2 weeks. I think that, you know, the last 2 teams came in and pretty much just gave them a hard fought, you know, for the game. But Queen City just didn't do that today. They didn't come in. They didn't look like they came in. They took Tallahassee lightly, and Tallahassee showed why they're one of the powerhouses here in the SFL today. 2-minute warning. 1:58 left on the clock. 1st and 10 for the Corsairs at their very own 31-yard line. 4 wide receivers in on the set. Single back to the left of the QB, Caswell, that is. Man-to-man is this defense. One-handed catch here by Ash Odom. Runs one guy over, and he's stopped and brought down at the 37. Now Caswell's going to call for a no-huddle. 1 minute and 49 seconds. 2nd and 3 for the Corsairs. Quick snap by the QB. He gets pressured, and he's brought down. Not going to call it a sack. They're going to say that he was the ball came out as he was throwing it, and when he was getting hit. Or should I say hit as he was throwing it?
Yeah, it's 3rd and short. We'll see if AJ Caswell got some magic left in his arm.
Taquan Hill was the guy that came in on that pressure. Swim move by Hill, and there's a catch here by one of the receivers. Can't see the number.
Kalu.
That is Kalu. Backup slot receiver, and Caswell going deep to Curtis. Curtis got the first down on that reception across the middle of the field. They're going to run no huddle once again. 1 minute, 15 seconds left on the clock. 1st and 10 at Tallahassee's 33-yard line. Caswell on a one-step drop. Got Curtis across the middle of the field once again, and Curtis is hit hard and brought down. Will Parker on that tackle, the backup free safety. Looks like the corners are playing man. 3-step drop here by Caswell. Got Curtis on the out route up to the top of the field, and Curtis picks up the first down on that catch. 52 seconds left on the clock. Caswell underneath the center once again. Curtis in the slot. Hudson down to the bottom of the field. Hudson going to drag route and goes to Curtis, and that pass is picked off Intercepted by the Tallahassee Pride. And look who it is. It's Michael Sprouse. One of the brothers comes away with a game-winning interception. Put it in the bag. It is over. Tallahassee is moving on.
And Queen City went to the well too often, went to curse one more time. And Michael Sprouse was ready to end the game on that pick.
And you best to believe it. Or they're not going to come out in victory formation.
But it's the backups. They're going to get some time. Man, Tallahassee is
And off
savage
here
right
to
now.
Urban, and Urban is smacked hard in the backfield. Give credit to James Budden. I wonder if he's any relation to Joe Budden.
That's what I was picking up too. I was thinking about that.
Now, which Joe Budden was you thinking of? The rapper or the vice president?
I was thinking of. I was seriously thinking of the rapper.
I was thinking about the rapper too, but then when I said it, I was like, wait a minute, his name was Joe Budden too. No, it's Joe Biden. I'm thinking Joe Biden.
Yeah,
Sorry
Joe
about that.
Biden.
But hey, it
Yeah.
was a good one. It was a good try. It was a good try. Gotcha. Okay. 3 wide receivers set here for the Pride. 38 seconds left on the clock. Corsairs has 1 timeout left on the clock. Tallahassee still has all 3. And here's a handoff here to the fullback. And he's stopped in the backfield, brought down for a 1-yard loss. And the Corsairs call their last and final timeout. 36 seconds left on the clock. This should be the last play of the game. Well, it's not going to be the last play of the game. It's 4th and 8, so the Pride is going to punt it away. Corsairs is going to get the ball right back. Media Tech Institute EDU. Do what you love what you do. Check out their website if you're looking to go back to school and get in any type of media career field. I tell you, they have a gang load of things that they do over there, from sound to vision, production, and just so much more, man. Applications, creations. I tell you one thing, the facility that's in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex is a lot better than the facility that's here in Houston, Texas. I tell you that much. 5 wide receivers for the Corsairs. Empty formation. Caswell going deep. And he got his little receiver. It's Hudson. He picks up the first down and more. Down to the 17-yard line. They're going to run the no-huddle play here. No timeouts left for the Corsairs. 15, 13, 12, 11, 10. They're going to spike it here. And we're trying to get T-Roy back in here.
Now, I wish Dupree would have done that earlier in the game.
Yeah, right. 34-7, Tallahassee Pride up on the Queen City Corsairs here in the quarterfinals of the SFL playoffs. Simulation Football League presented by APM Music. 10 seconds left on the clock. Corsairs, Caswell takes a 2-step drop, throws deep to the top of the field. He got the backup. Kalu gets a touchdown for the Corsairs.
And Queen City's trying to end the season on a high, on a pride. With pride, basically. Nice play by Caswell. Nice one-handed catch. He had by Kalu. He had to turn around and make that one-handed catch. But unfortunately, it's too little, too late.
The extra point is good. Straight down the middle for the Corsairs. T-Roy, would you go for an onside here? Or would you just kick it deep?
I would kick it deep, unfortunately. Part of me would be like, yeah, let's go onside kick and just see if we can get another score on here. But
coming up next, Sparrows visiting the Alaska Storm at 8 12:15 Central Standard Time. There's the onside, and Tallahassee does recover, and that's going to be the end of the ball game. We do have 4 seconds left.
Should be victory formation times. The best formation in football if you're on the winning side. So it looks like it should be Tallahassee and Mexico City once again. I believe they met last season in the playoffs with Tallahassee coming up with the win.
And there goes your favorite formation, T-Roy, victory formation that is. And that's the end of the ball game. The Tallahassee Pride is going to move on to the semifinals as the Mexico City Aztecs will be awaiting them. Here's a look at the stats of this ball game.
Look at those rushing yards by Jai, 229. So last season, we all know that Christian Christensen was the man throwing for over 4,000 yards. This season is Jai Yola running for over 2,000 and the single season rushing leader, all-time single season rushing leader in SFL history. And Mexico City is going to have a nice little revenge game in their hands next week in the semifinals.
T-Roy, I must say that Tallahassee dominated this game on all aspects of it. Defense played outstanding against these great receivers for the Corsairs, and they did not allow them to get anything going early in the game until late. And we all know about Jaye Inyola. He came in and he, showed why he's the #1 leading rusher in the league. And go ahead.
Oh, I would say I'll have to meet up with Jai in the offseason so I can learn some tips. So I can do a better job helping my team out next season. But
now check
performance by Jai.
As we stated earlier, coming up next, the Alaska Storm will be hosting the Sioux Falls Sparrows. The winner of that game gets a shot at Houston in the semifinals. And the winner goes on to the SFL Championship to face the winner out of the Mexico City Aztecs and Tallahassee Pride. I'm your play-by-play commentator of the day, and he is
T-Roy Gaines.
And hey, everybody, you all have a good night. Check out the next matchup. Peace.
See y'all next year.